When you say it's inevitable, it means no action is possible about this moment, isn't it? Yes?
Yes.
So whatever you do with your body or your mind has got nothing to do with this moment. Is it so?
Yes.
Yes. So your action is about the future. Your action is always about the next moment. Now, if your action is about the next moment, should you be looking at the next moment or should you be trying to change this moment? See, right now, you want to paint the wall, but you're standing on the floor. Should you paint the wall or should you paint the floor because you're standing on it? If you paint the floor, now you can't step anywhere, isn't it? And whichever way, suppose I give you paint and brush and ask you to paint this floor, and whichever way you paint it, you will make a mess out of it because you have to stand on it. Isn't it so? This present moment, is it absolutely unique? Yes.
That's true.
It is unique. So, when you say something is unique, that means it has nothing to do with anything. It is unique. Now, you're talking in terms of a progression of a situation. So this moment is just one. So what about the others? The others don't exist. Have you ever experienced a previous moment or a next moment? Have you? No. Then why are you imagining those moments? Your whole experience of life has always been in this moment, isn't it? Isn't it so?
Yes.
So, whatever other moments you're talking about, are they reality or imagination? It's imagination, isn't it? So, they are just mental creation, they are not reality. Your whole experience of life is always rooted in this moment. Does it mean to say I should not think about the past, should not think about the future? That's not the point. You can think about anything. In fact, you can only think about the past and future. You can never think about this moment. Now, your activity, either of the mind or of the body, is always either about the past or the future. Is that so? Yes? Because you cannot do anything about this moment. Your mind cannot do anything about this moment, nor can your body do anything about this moment. But both of them exist in this moment. Is it so? Yes. If you're aware that I'm in this moment and you think about what happened 10 years ago, there are many lessons to be learnt. If you think about what is going to happen in the next 10 days, you can plan and create situations. Thinking about the past and thinking about the future is not the problem. The problem is you try to live there. You try to live in a place which does not exist. That is where the problem is. You can only live in this moment and think about the past and think about the future. As long as you're aware, I am in this inevitable moment and now I'm thinking about the future, there is no problem. If you're aware, now I am in this inevitable moment and thinking about the past, no problem. But you try to live the past and live the future, which is a hallucination. Your suffering is all because of this hallucination. Now, it all looks as a great concept. How do I do it? There is nothing to be done. It is just an awareness. What can you do about it? See, you're always thinking in terms of how can I use it? Truth cannot be used. It is in the lap of truth that you exist. You are like a tiny speck of dust in this existence, isn't it? And this existence is contained in this moment. And how can you use the truth? You just learn to be aware of it. If you're aware of it, you are liberated. If you're not aware of it, you're entangled. That's all the choice is. It's not that you can use it. That's why I'm repeatedly telling you, this is not accept philosophy. This is not a slogan, whatever happens, accept it, accept it. If you do this, you will kill yourself. Right now, little misinterpretation of this acceptance has what? Has put this whole culture into comatose. So, this is passive acceptance. You are trying to accept the next moment as inevitable. Is the next moment inevitable? Next moment is a million possibilities, isn't it? Next moment is not inevitable. If you accept the next moment as inevitable, you will become lazy, lethargic and dead. If you accept only this moment is inevitable, your aliveness will blossom because all your life is rooted in this moment. When you are truly in this moment, you are connected with the existence. If you are not in this moment, then you are running on just your batteries. You are not connected with the main powerhouse. This is what is happening to you. On a certain day, you're very happy. Do you see you have boundless energies on that day? Yes? Now you're too much up in the mind on a certain day. That day, do you see your energies are so low? You're running on your battery cell. You go off very quick. You connect to the power station, everything is on. In this moment, you are connected with the creation and the creator. Now, if you're not in this moment, then you are on your own little energy where it is simply not enough to sustain life. It may be enough to survive, but if you want to explore anything else, it's not enough. So, don't try to use it. Is it really true that this moment is inevitable? Or is it my concept? It's really true. Now the question that you're asking is, will truth work or not? Yes? If truth doesn't work, nothing works, isn't it? Now, there is a distinction between living in the moment and living for the moment. You will develop philosophies of living for the moment. You have heard of Omar Khayyam? Don't worry about yesterday, don't worry about tomorrow, just live, eat, drink, dance, enjoy yourself. Wonderful philosophy. If you're young, it'll work for 4 days. If you're old, not even for 2 days. Yes or no? Drink, dance, enjoy yourself, don't worry about yesterday, don't worry about tomorrow. How long do you think you will last? How long do you believe you will last? Will you last? So this is not about living for the moment. Living for the moment is a pleasure seeker's life. Living in the moment is not something that you invented. Life is always in this moment. If you're aware of that, you will live a very balanced and sensible life. If you're not aware of it, you will unnecessarily get into hallucinatory states and do foolish things with life. That's all the choice you have. So living in the moment is not something that you have to tell yourself, I must live in the moment. Whatever is happening with you, whatever the emotion, whatever the thought, whatever the experience, simply seeing that this moment is inevitable, the way it is the way it is. Instantly, the next moment is a new possibility. Only if you accept this moment absolutely the way it is, next moment becomes a new possibility. Otherwise, you will drag the past into the future. You're talking about future, but you really do not know anything about future. Your mind knows only past. What you call as future is just that you take a piece of past, apply makeup on it and think it is future. Yes? Improved past is what you call as future, isn't it so? Do you know anything about future really? Do you know anything about future? Just you're talking about an improved past. Dragging the past into the future is a sure way of destroying your life, isn't it so? Is a sure way of ruling out all new possibilities, is it so? So, if you are not accepting the inevitability of what is there right now, naturally your past will extend into your future. Future will not be a new possibility. Future will be just repetition of the past. Do you see cycles of same nonsense happening in your life again and again and again? Do you see this happening? This is simply because you're dragging the past into the future. It is not your fate, it is not God's will which is doing this. It is a way that you are messing up the possibility of your life. So what is this? First day you said all responsibility, responsibility, that is life. Today you're saying acceptance, acceptance. In what way are they different? If you see that my responsibility is limitless, you have accepted everything the way it is, isn't it so? If you accept everything the way it is, are you responding to everything the way it is? Yes? So they are not different. It is just that one is like you, the other is not like you. One is egoistic. It's like you. You want to be responsible for your life, isn't it? But only to the extent it's convenient. You don't want to go beyond that point of convenience. Now I'm saying, anyway you like to be responsible, why don't you extend it? Anyway you want to be egoistic, why don't you extend your ego to its unlimited possibility? Then it's no more a problem. The problem is, even with your egoistic nature, you're stingy. That is the problem. At least be egoistic in an unlimited way, then there is no problem. The problem is 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're a zero, there is no problem. If you're infinite, there is no problem because they're not different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is endless trouble. Yes. So do you want to do zero or do you want to do infinite? Or do you want to spend your life in an endless bondage of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Once you start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's an endless prison, isn't it so? Yes. If you become infinite, you are liberated. If you become zero, you are liberated. This in-between state is a limbo. You want a limbo or you want to move on?